Most of you will know what Pfumvudza is, and that a maize plot is able to feed your family for a year from one small plot. We're going to talk more about that, but I want to introduce you to a new idea, which is what we call Pfumvudza 4. Here, not only do we produce enough maize to feed our families for a year, but we're also going to produce enough protein from a bean plot. So the same size of plot, which is going to produce beans for us for enough beans every day of the year. We're going to have a third plot, which is going to be sunflowers, and the sunflower plot is going to be able to produce 1 liter of cooking oil per week for the whole year. The fourth plot is what we call a cover crop, and in that plot we would recommend that you plant Sunn hemp, and here we are going to be producing enough mulch to feed the maize plot for next year. Here we're looking at a Pfumvudza maize plot. I'm sure many of you already know that if you have cobs this size in a Pfumvudza plot, because we are guaranteed 56 plants per row, that we're going to get a bucket of maize from each row here. 1 bucket of maize of 17 kgs or 20 liters, that's going to be enough for our family to be fed for 1 week of the year. There are 52 rows like this in each plot, which means we will have enough food to feed our family for the whole year with maize. This is the sunflower Pfumvudza plot, and in each row we have again 56 plants of sunflower, and if we can get 1 head like this on each of those sunflower plants, we will be guaranteed of getting between 3 and 4 kilograms of seed per row. Once we press 3 to 4 kilograms of seed into oil, we will get at least 1 liter of cooking oil. That means 1 liter of cooking oil per row. There are 52 rows, which means we get 1 liter of cooking oil per week for the entire year for our family. The next plot that we want to discuss is the legume Pfumvudza plot. Here we are growing protein for us to eat for the year. So in a plot like this where we have rows, 52 rows, 1 for each week of the year again, each row will produce enough food for 1 week. Whether it's soybeans as it is in this plot or sugar beans, there will be enough food for the week. In a situation where we grow sugar beans, we will get 7 large cups from each one of these rows. As you know, there are 7 days in the week, means 1 cup per day, and there are 52 rows in the plot, which means we get 1 cup per day for every single day of the year. Enough protein to feed our family for the whole year. This is the final plot. This one is the Sunn hemp plot. At this stage of the season, it has already been cut down once. This plot was almost 2 meters tall and it had begun to flower, and at that point we cut it down and all that material was laid down in the rows. This is highly nutritious, nitrogenous materials full of nitrogen. Remember, Sunn hemp is a legume, so it's gathering nitrogen from the air, putting it into the plant material, and if we can cut that early and lay that on our soil, this is going to feed our soil with a lot of nitrogen, which is going to be fertilizer for our plants for the next season. At this stage you can see it's beginning to shoot again. Whatever other material grows here, and we can cut it back a second time, is all going to be benefit for our soil. And what we're trying to do here is put fertilizer into the soil. We're putting it into the bank, and we're guaranteed that we will have a mulch cover on our field. So what we've discussed so far is the Pfumvudza maize plot, which gives us 1 bucket of maize per week, enough food to feed our family for the whole year. From the bean plot, we said that we can get 7 cups of beans from each row, which means we can get a cup of beans for every single day of the year. From the sunflower plot, we're going to get 1 liter of cooking oil per row, 52 liters of cooking oil from the plot, which means 1 liter for every week for the whole year. And the fourth plot that we discussed was the Sunn hemp. This is the cover crop which gives us mulch and fertility in our soil which we're banking in the fourth crop, and it's part of the rotation of the Pfumvudza 4 concept. So all that is left that we need for our family is vegetables. And obviously you can grow your own vegetable garden to supplement your diet. But now with Pfumvudza 4, you will have all the staples that your family needs for the entire year.